In a world full of noise and endless distractions, where the city never sleeps and voices compete to be heard, one podcast dares to cut through the chaos. Welcome to the Oracle 19 podcast, where truth meets thought and bold ideas spark conversations that shape our urban world.
Welcome to the Oracle 19 podcast, and my name is Mr. Greatness. And for any business inquiries, if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a donation to the podcast via PayPal, free will offering. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. You can support us that way, or through our Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, digital artwork and consulting services as well. I got to put more artwork on our Patreon channel as well. I will be doing that, keep things fresh. So I will be doing that as well. And if you want to shop online to our baby shop, but let me go back to the Patreon channel. We do have digital artwork, as I mentioned, and we do consulting services as well. So www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. Now, you can shop online. We have 3 websites. First one, evolutionoflondon.com. It's over 10,000 products there, shipped throughout the world. Evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G. That's our other site, custom-made clothing, accessories, and EBooks. And evolutionoflondon.store. I'm liking this one with custom sneakers. I like the idea of the custom sneakers, as well as accessories, DVDs, and games. But I'm liking the custom sneakers on the site especially. So y'all guys, like even luggage bags that we carry. Very nice stuff. I like it. Like the designs. I'm feeling it more and more. So check out evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles are from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. Want to place an order for these luxury candles? Over 35 plus burning hours. Email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. You'll find them on Instagram and TikTok. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Music, Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share. To Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube and continuing to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel as we rolling along. I'm looking for y'all guys to keep subscribing because I want to reach 5,000 subs. I know that really don't mean anything to you. I would love to help you to post the Greatness 19 channel on all your major platforms, because it's really accomplished for me, at this sidebar, to reach at least 5,000 by the end of this year, and at least 500,000 views. I know it's nothing to a lot of you big time YouTubers. I'm like a penny to you. You like a dollar and I'm like a penny to you. I know it means nothing to a lot of you, but it means everything to me because it's accomplishment. Just starting from 0 subs, just zero. I mean, it's starting from the bottom, like Drake would say, starting from the bottom. Now I'm here, and it just means a lot to me. So, please show your love and help me reach at least 5,000. That's a goal I would love. I already accomplished the goal of 4,000 for this year, but at least 5,000. I will definitely be icing on the cake. So at least subscribe on your part to help reach that goal. And listen to a lot of the different videos and shorts. It's over 1,200 different shows on the Greatness 19 channel. So yeah, support that. You definitely. Same thing with Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel. We definitely have to get that moving, but it's a lot of great stuff on there in terms of health and wellness. So check out the videos and subscribe if you haven't. At least show your support on that. Mr. Mr. Period Evolution of London, health and wellness. And subscribe. I know I got to start working on that more next year, but I will. I'll get around to it. So many things Mr. Greatness does. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. I need your guys also. Any information I've mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, Rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19, and finally our internet radio, www.theoracle19radio.com. So many things I want to give to y'all, so pardon me for that. I'm just was rambling, but you get what I mean. Today, I like to talk about something definitely will be triggering. Bad luck women. I know from show you the variation of topics I talk about on this podcast, but Spirit moved me on this one, and I talked a little bit about this before. But bad luck women, for men, what you have to really look out for. And you have a reason why I'm talking about that today, because I was having a conversation with it was an older woman, and it was just like, you got bad luck women of all ages, of course, but this older woman was in her 50s, and I could just see she might be one day listen to the show, and she might know it's her, but it just needs to be said. She probably not, because in conversation, her religion, she's so super religious. She don't listen to anything but her Christian philosophy, so I doubt if she listened to me, but you never know. But I'm gonna get to the older and the younger women, all women, but men, you just gotta guard yourself and being around and sticking your rod of life into these women. If you don't know what I mean by rod of life, your penis, your little wee-wee, all right? Pause. In these women, because a lot of that energy, you got a lot of bad luck women. Really, they're bad luck. I mean, just the stuff they have gone through, or they going through now. It's just, you don't want that energy around you. You really don't. It's just a drag on your mental. Well, I was talking to her, not a bad looking older woman. She's all right for her age. Really, she is. She's all right. She's all right. Body and all. She's all right. All right. You can work with that. You go through a couple of, strokes for that old lady. You could go for that. But she was conversating with me, and we got in a conversation, and she told me some of her history. She was in a car accident. All right, you say, all right, very unfortunate. Now, I'm just saying, it's very unfortunate. She was in one car accident. That's what I was thinking. Then in the conversation, it became she was in a total like 9 or 10 different accidents, car accidents. I'm like, holy F. 10? Yeah, she's been in 10 car accidents. And she just, within her accident, she got a bad back and bad shoulder. And then it's almost laughable, but it's not funny. Like, she was saying her pressure points throughout her body is damaged. Like, if you touch her arm, it might hurt. She can't really work out like how she can work out. Like, she works out, like, even walking is an issue. She got to sit for, different periods of time. And if she just like, I'm like, oh God. I mean, even if you touch her arm, she was pointing to it, it could be triggering for her, man, what can you do with this? What can you do with this? Just bad luck. 8, 9, 10 accidents? Shoulder hurt, arm hurt, back hurt, knee hurt. She can't walk long periods of time, and she's psychologically dense. I could just look in her eyes, and she's alone, no man in her life, just religion, just her God. So I know she's crazy. I know, I could just see in the eyes. I could just see the craziness in her eyes. She didn't have no man in her life in a while. She just got Jesus. So I know she's built up. And and then she's permanently damaged, physically damaged. Not even probably knowing her emotional damage. We know she's emotionally damaged somewhere, somehow. She's by herself. Old lady like that, you're supposed to be married. Supposed to have already married in the game, decades. Children around you or whatever. But she's like by herself. So I know she's crazy. No, she's crazy. Sickly, pain-wise, I know she's crazy. This is why you cannot and should not mess with these women. You can't. They bad luck. They like black cats. I'm just showing you different variation. Now, she's a good-looking woman. She's aight. She can get it. A lot of guys will definitely shoot their shot. But, where are we going with this? It just becomes bad energy. You even mingling with her because she's always in pain. She can't really do much. Psychologically, most likely she's messed up. Chances are. She's not by herself for nothing. She experienced some things. She's an older woman. She experienced some things. Some type of trauma. We all have gone through trauma, but some trauma is just not reversible. What are you going to do with her? If you meeting her now, in her 50s, all of that decades of trauma and physical pain and physical accidents that she's been through, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? You can't tell her nothing. She figures she's boss. You know she's going to figure she's boss. What are you going to do that? And you got to follow her religion because she ain't going to follow yours. Bad luck women. Cursed for life. She's done. She's just going to just be in go to her little sermons and just phase out. Now, she might be a good look for an 80-year-old man. That might be a great look for an 80-year-old man because he's ready to check out anyway, and he only need a companionship to rub his tummy and give a massage and stuff. And maybe she could give a massage on her with a good hand. You know, she'd be fun because she can't do much anyway. But for him, an 80-year-old man, that's a great look. Now that sounds really messed up, and a lot of women is not going to understand that, not going to believe that, and that's okay. But for a man that's 80 years old with a 55-year-old woman, a 57-year-old woman, that's a great look. I mean, a great look. But not for a guy same age as her. Definitely not a guy younger. I'm just giving you the reality in the eyes of a real man. Now, a lot of men, simps, they're not going to, this is over their pay rate. They're not going to understand that. They're not going to relate to that. It's just going to be what it is. But for an 80-year-old man with a 50-some-year-old woman, that is a come up because he can't do much, you know? And if he keeps himself somewhat in shape, decent shape, he can't do much. And he's not going to do much. His belly be rubbed, cook. She could cook something, cook meals daily. He not eating a whole lot because he's 80. Metabolism change. So cook a couple meals per week, give him massages, flirt with him a little bit, get his old wee up a little bit, hold his hand, they watch TV, they both be in a blanket. She'd be like a sexy young mama to an 80-year-old. That's a great look. I mean, perfect. To her, no. But to him, yes. But factor in, his pension is good, so you're getting that monthly check coming in. So, and, she don't have to do much because she's old and she's physically not able to do a lot of things, but it's a great look. So that's just example one. But then you have a lot of even younger women out here. So there's a lot of emotional damage. They 18, 20, 30. It's a lot, and when you find a woman, especially now, they bad luck, they so bad luck. They mentally scarred, they mentally damaged, they coked up, Percocet up, weeded up, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That physically comes out their pores. That messes up their pH level. There's strong possibility. They got all of these mental issues and not so much physical because they still young, but even that changing now. But it's just emotional. A lot of these women out here is emotional damage, man. They really need men in their lives, that fathers. I'm speaking of younger women. They really, but their mothers ran off the fathers, or they didn't pick a quality father, so that's just another thing. And they get these weirdo fathers, that just want to, have sex with them. It's just weird things, and so that's another line of damage. When a brand new guy is meeting these younger women and they gotta go through all of that, it becomes not worth it, man. If this woman is mentally damaged to that degree, she's been raped so many times, very unfortunate, sexually assaulted multiple times. It's hard to come back. It's hard to deal with that type of woman. If she's been repeatedly assaulted over and over, and then you're a new guy coming in. She's mentally scarred. You can't do nothing to that. And sometimes a lot of times, majority of the time, you got to chalk that up to the game. Because she's mentally scarred, and that's going to affect your relationship. When you find out women been mentally scarred, they've been beaten up by different men in the past, and they meet a different guy, they've been beaten up again and again, again. Every different man they meet up, they've been assaulted and beaten up and all of that stuff. And then you a new guy, you going dealing with all of that. You just got women that is just bad luck women, and you just cannot deal with them like that. No matter how well they look or how much they cry on your shoulder, it's just not worth it. They got too many issues. And you got a lot of women with just too many issues. They need a father in their life. That's all. And they need Jesus. You can't do nothing. You can't do anything about it. And that's a cold reality. That's something you need to know and understand. Some people, some women is you can't do nothing for them. You really can't. They just messed up. And you got a lot of mentally ill women out here. A lot. And you can't change them. You can't be a superhero and try to change them. You could deal with certain things might be workable, but there's other things that is we as men want to be compassionate and trying to change that woman. You can't change her. If she's mentally scarred to that degree, she's just mentally scarred. There's nothing you can do. Go find another woman, men. And that's the problem with you, man. You want to try to reinvent the wheel. You want to try to change her. You want to see if you could fix her. Women that prostituted their bodies, and then they mentally scarred. Most of them, 99.9% of them, they are mentally scarred. They bad luck women. They prostituted their bodies for 4 or 5 years, 10 years. And now what? You think you're going to change them? They've been out in the streets. They dealt with many men and a lot of bad men on top of that. They scarred for life. They curse. Nothing you can do about it. You can't change them. You can't change them. Don't try to rehabilitate them. You're not, you can't AI them. They just that. They bad luck women. It's over. Move on to the next woman, or find another one, or wait until a better woman comes. These is examples of we men have to avoid, old and young. These women is not for you. Women that have, here's another thing which I talked about before, but this is sad, very sad. Women, single moms. Yeah, that's going to be controversial too. You could deal with a woman if you're a single guy with no children. Here's the caveat to everything. You're a single guy with no children. Why are you going to deal with a woman with multiple children? She's bad luck. She's bad luck. One kid is about the limit, and even that's a lot. Because you gotta deal with that baby daddy. You gotta deal with that child. And if it's a boy child, that boy will challenge you. Don't think he won't challenge you. He will challenge you. Make no mistake about it. As he gets older, and he's going to show himself to you that you're not the daddy, indirectly or directly. Bad luck. Bad luck. Bad luck for you. You're going to go through a lot of suffering. You're going to go through a lot of suffering with that situation. Now, there's an exception to the rule that can work if you, as a father or man, have multiple children and she have multiple children. That can mesh together. That's a better look. But even so, you as the man, most likely if you have multiple children, is the mom's or the baby mom that is raising them, not you. So you still going in the situation, you got to help raise her children, which is bad luck for you. You're going to go through a lot. And she's going to always have problems. She's going to always have problems with the children. That's not yours. It's always going to be an issue. Bad luck. For you especially. And you got bad luck women out here. You know, it's always an issue. They having family issues all the time. All the time. They always broke. All the time. Their toe hurts on a Monday. Their back hurt on a Tuesday. Their fingers hurt on a Friday. They're always miserable. They always got problems. Never a good day. It's always problems every day. You met up with those type of women, men? I'm sure you know. I know I have. It's never a good day. Never a positive day. It's always problems. There's always someone doing them wrong. They have no accountability for themselves. It's always the other person's fault. Every day, every hour, on the hour, on the hour. Bad luck. Bad luck women. It's cursed. And if you interacting with them, then that cursed energy just breathes on you. That's why you gotta keep certain women a distance. Because they just bad luck. And you don't need that. You don't. And you need to guard yourself against those men. Just let's flip it. If a woman sees, if a man always had bad luck with his finances, bad luck with his physical, always miserable, etc., etc., no new woman's gonna come in the scene and try to rehab that man. They got enough sense and no compassion, these women. They just like keeping it pushing on to the next. And you need to have that energy too. On to the next. You can't be dealing with that woman that just having problems and stuff, young or old. I see some of these women out here, just always accidents. You always have physical problems. And I just look at them and I just like, but then they still think they deserve a good man. They still think they entitled. And they pushing strollers and pushing on a cane or need something to prop them up while they walking. And they really think that even their bad luck, men want them. And another one, I'm gonna tell you something. this is another one. I'm gonna get on a show about this again. But when women say they witches and warlocks and demons, you know, they say I'm a witch. I don't. That's instant bad luck for me. I don't want no parts of you. When you start saying I'm a witch, mm-mm, mm-mm. I made that grave error many moons ago. I didn't take that serious. When they say I'm a witch, what? You proud of that? Being a witch is not being. That's not a positive word. If you say I'm a witch. Now in this day and time, evil's made fair seeming. You know, I'm a witch. There's good witches, there's bad witches, and you know, a witch is a witch. A witch is a bitch, as far as I'm concerned. A witch is a bitch. Bitch is a witch. And I don't want neither. I pass. Because that's mental. Most likely, when they start saying that, they got mental issues. And let me tell you something. When those on the footnote, all those herbal tea, head wrap, especially you find within my community, women with the head wraps, and I'm talking. Listen to me carefully. That's not all, but when they talk about that burning incense, herbal tea, Erica Badu vibe, you know, and you know all the bracelets and the crystals in the house and all of that stuff. Most likely they bad luck. Now there's exception to the rules. Exception to the rules. You could drive a car with your feet. That don't mean it's, you know, it's not a bad thing. But hey, when you find that, that's a red flag I find for me. When those herbal tea, you know, type of women. As Tariq Nasheed said this a long time ago, herbal tea women. Yeah, they crazy, which means bad luck for you. And these are bad luck women. You know, they got psychological issues. That's why they gotta burn, you know, incense here and push, you know, altars in the house and all of this stuff, and crystals and stuff. And they say I'm a witch, which is really a bitch. It's that's a red flag for me. Bad luck with it. Personal experience, but not even personal experience. Seeing these type of women. Psychological, they got problems. They bad luck. They cursed, but they try to reverse it, and have all of these incense burning and all these seances and all of this demonic stuff. On the left hand side, my personal opinion, psychological, which is basically translate bad luck. Because a real woman on their square, yeah, you have incense in the house. Certain things you might have a couple pieces here and there, just to bring a good vibe. But that you're not riding on that, if you get what I mean. You know, yeah, set up altars, calling yourself a witch. That's off to me. That's off to me. I don't know you men. Look, I didn't think about that many moons ago, but I'm just sharing that it's off to me. And most likely that's a bad luck female. And not fit on the physical side, might be everything's cool. Like you look at like a Erica Badu. You know, she's in her 50s. Still an attractive woman. But you kind of wonder, you know, the men that she procreated with started dressing differently. That's that energy I ain't trying to get into. Now, in her world, she might think life is good, you know, whatever. But I get a energy of bad luck being with somebody like that. 3 different men, got children with 3 different men. Is that bad luck to you, or is that righteous? You better call Tyrone. What do you think? I know you didn't catch most of you didn't catch what I meant by that, but that's okay. Better call Tyrone. That's one of her songs. Okay, let me help you out with that. Erykah Badu's a singer, but never mind with that. It's just bad luck, women. I look at you gotta pay attention to certain small signs because it is important. And if you're gonna mess with them and procreate, that energy will go on you. Trust me. I know. Mr. Greatness been through things. So I'm not talking out my behind like I don't know. I really don't have no clue of what I'm talking about. I got a little clue. A lot of clue, actually. I'm just not going to get in hardcore details. But again, a lot of degenerate things I've done. So you're mingling with bad luck women. So I'm trying to tell you, young men, so you don't fall in those traps like I did, or make it a bad decision like I have. And then you have to dig yourself out the hole. Pause. I just like saying that. Just Cam and Mace thing. I just like that. Anyway, let me stop rambling on that. But bad luck women. And majority of the society is negative. Majority of women out here is bad luck women. So you gotta go through a lot of different women to find your prize. But you men need to really work on yourselves. You really do. You really do. You really need to work on yourselves and not deal with women if necessary. You deal with them for what it is, but not to cuff and wife them, and certainly not to procreate with them, because most of them are bad luck and they're going to bring you down. And then you're going to have that bad luck energy. So the choice is yours. Pay attention to the times, pay attention who you see, pay attention who you meet, pay attention who you greet. Again, the choice is yours.